tweak.
Damn!
That arm tweak.
Yep.
Man. But to be honest, bro, I think his arm will be all, you know what? Never mind. Bitch flopped down like a damn soggy noodle. And this part is frying.
Like a
after
soggy
his arm
noodle.
got shot into bits, that was Vegeta. Walk away from Android 18, little bitch. Took that a second for the pain to register. You know that hoe hurt. And you was talking all that night.
RickWa reacts.
What up, folks? It's RickWa, and for this video's reaction, I'll be reacting to Vegeta in the Android/Cell Saga was a comedy. And this is by Cool109. What a f***ing title! So first things first, before moving forward, if y'all don't want to hear my yapping and want to just skip straight to the initial start of the video I am reacting to, the timestamps are in the description below. So just making sure to let y'all know of that. Now then, moving on along. This title is pretty f***ing wild because Vegeta just kept on f***ing around and definitely finding out for damn sure. Besides, like, the slight confidence boost that he got after dealing with Android 19. Just after that, he just kept getting clapped. Until he somehow was beating the brakes off of semi-perfect Cell, and I mean, that's why CJ the Champ, or one of the prominent reasons why CJ the Champ was like, semi-perfect Cell is ass. Oh man, but Vegeta in the Android/Cell Saga was definitely just getting just clapped. In the tiniest of nutshells. Besides having like a, oh man, I'm gonna redeem myself moment when he got like the one opening that Teen Gohan needed in order to finish super perfect Cell in that beam clash in the end there. But in, you know, the grand scheme of things, again, Vegeta definitely was just doing a lot of around and finding out within the Android/Cell Saga. Oh man, but enough of my yapping. I'm gonna get right into it, folks. And I'm gonna switch over to the green screen webcam real quick for y'all. There we go, folks. Also, I hope all of y'all are having a wonderful day today. And of course, please be sure to check out and support Cool109 within his content creation journey, along with any other content creators that I'm reacting to, and making sure to support them within their content creation journeys. But real quick before I get started here, if y'all like this kind of content on my reaction channel, of course, please be sure to leave a like and leave a comment down below. Let's get things lively and popping within the comment section, shall we? Like, what you find to be funniest, what references I might have missed in this mix of this all, and something positive, a super comment if you so wish, and even a video request as well. However, just a couple rules of thumb. One, I don't react to anything that I've already seen, because then it is not a genuine reaction on my end. And secondly, I more so react to content that I know is going to pique my interest. However, if you want a guaranteed reaction to your video request, y'all can go about and become a member of the RickWa Reacts to Your Video Request tier, which is available on my Patreon. And then after you do that, y'all can comment on that pinned post what you want me to react to, and then you will get that guaranteed reaction to your video request. So just making sure to let y'all know of that. And lastly, if y'all like this kind of content that much more, then of course, please be sure to smack that subscribe button and the bell button so then y'all know when it is that I'm uploading new content onto my reaction channel. And the support is always very much so greatly appreciated thus far and going forward. Y'all are amazingly awesome, folks.
Okay.
And as well, too, please be sure to share it around with your friends or family, whatever you so choose to do. And of course, please go about and check out my Patreon, because you get a lot of extra benefits on there compared to just being a YouTube subscriber. So just making sure to inform y'all of that. But either way, enough of my yapping, and without further ado, let's get started on this video from CoolUno9, being Vegeta in the Android/Cell Saga was a comedy. Let's do it to it, folks, shall we?
Vegeta in the Android/Cell Saga was a goddamn comedy. I mean, Vegeta was the most rage-baitable person imaginable this whole arc. After getting his life saved on Namek and getting teleported to Earth with everyone else, after seeing Goku go Super Saiyan, it started rage-baiting a 7-year-old. Talking about some yeah, now that Goku's dead, I'm the strongest around. Just straight trolling a toddler. Like, brother, you're 30. Told that little man, should I blew me right away so that Kakarot's son doesn't come back and try to get me later on? Like, why are you so paranoid against a 5-year-old twin? His rage bait on Gohan was successful though. He tried to Vegeta just tricked his ass. Mind you, Gohan is in the state of mind that his dad is dead for the 2nd time. And Vegeta's grown ass took this as a challenge. They start boxing and Bulma wanted to stop it because, again, this is a 30-year-old beefing with a 5-year-old. Piccolo stops Bulma, and I'm looking at bro like, nigga, are you good? If you don't go help that little ass kid, bro, what is good with you? Vegeta tried to swing on Gohan, but he got hit with a right hook, kick to the sternum, a headbutting, and Gohan kicked him bro away. Vegeta looked up his brother. He trolled this 5-year-old and got his ass beat for it, bro. This is the goofiest nigga ever, and I can't even give Vegeta any props for what he does next, bro. Because you put yourself in a lose-lose situation. You're 30, instigating a fight with a 5-year-old. I can't glaze you for beating up a 5-year-old. I'm damn sure not gonna cut you no slack for getting your ass beat by no 5-year-old. Midget Man gets up as he says that same old tired line. He calls himself the Prince of All Saiyans. And Vegeta, gang, when you go, let it go. All Gohan and Vegeta know at this point is that they're the last 2 Saiyans alive. And bro is not even the Prince of All Saiyans. He's not even the Prince of most Saiyans. He's not the Prince of some Saiyans. He is the Prince of a Saiyan. But they both fly up in the air. Gohan swings at Vegeta. That man Vegeta auraed Gohan down. Just hit him with his mean ass knee, back elbow combo. Followed that boy's body and grabbed little bro by the hair and started beating the brakes off of little dude. Seeing this, no wonder Chichi had this nigga glued to books. I wouldn't want to fight ever again either, bro. 25-year age gap between these two. Vegeta treating Gohan like he's some nigga off the street. This ass beating on Gohan went on for 30 seconds. Finished that little boy off with a ki blast right to the chest. And the only reason Vegeta did not kill Gohan was because Piccolo pulled up. But I'm not gonna hold you. If I'm Gohan, I'm looking at Piccolo with that nastiest side eye for the rest of my life. So after this, Frieza comes back to Earth. That's Frieza. All the Z fighters scared at it. Until Trunks pulls up. Whole Super Saiyan and packs them boys up. And I'm pretty sure the only reason Vegeta was accepting of Goku being the first guy to go Super Saiyan before him is because he thought he was a goner. Nope. And then on top of that, this purple-haired half Saiyan go Super Saiyan before you too? Yeah, somebody go to Capsule Corp and take all the rope and step stools away from him. We do not need to call shit on this 5'4" ass nigga because of his pride. Then Goku and Trunks just Super Saiyan aura farmingly have a little sparring match against each other. Oh, I know that dude Vegeta finna put the Gallic gun to his forehead tonight. But Trunks gave Goku the heart medicine. Warned the Z fighters about the androids pulling up in 3 years. We get that 3-year time skip. Goku heart start failing on him during the Android 19 fight. So you know who pulls up for the save? Vegeta. Lil bro go Super Saiyan and everything. And this probably got to be the funniest, most pathetic way I seen niggas go Super Saiyan. And tell Khalifa go Super Saiyan by the tingles in their back. This nigga Vegeta explained how he went Super Saiyan, bro. And he attained Super Saiyan by fighting. Let's get his stories and whatnot. And then he just attained Super Saiyan. How did this nigga rage bait himself into being a Super Saiyan?
Rage bait himself into becoming a Super Saiyan.
With everyone else, he was a reasonable crash out. Then Toriyama got to Vegeta and was like, fuck. What do I do? And once Vegeta got Super Saiyan, he became the most insufferable dude in the whole show. I mean, Kid Me was treating little bro like he was King Vaughn. I wanted to see him get beat up more than the bad guys. And, you know, he got his little one-off on Android 19. I'll give him that. But it didn't last for much longer. Because then he went to go deal with Android 20, Dr. Gero. But that boy done activated 17 and 18 They done boomed his ass so 17 and 18, then activate Android 16. But let's really talk about it, bro. That man Vegeta really start acting cocky than a bitch as soon as Goku's not around. He was talking and doing Goku something crazy when he was presumed a goner. Now he moving around like he the leader of the Z Fighters. Now that Goku got that heart virus. Yeah, I know what you are, Vegeta. And then, oh, nah. Vegeta probably takes one of his worst L's imaginable against Android 18 next. Every single one of the Z Fighters is bamboozled. Schmeckledorf, Trunks too, because he knows how the androids get down. But you know who isn't? Vegeta. Because that nigga not all there. He got a dangerous sense in his bone until that danger has almost put him 6 feet under. But he pulled up on the 3 androids and he was talking this shit. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. He kind of had that just for Android 18 to pull up. It's him versus her. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Android 18 was kind of doing Vegeta dirty.
Vegeta
like they was even until there wasn't. People even know that Android 18 was exhausting Vegeta's energy. Like that man Vegeta tried to get a punch off on Android 18. He connected, but no damage happened because he got knee right in his sternum. Just for that girl to lift him up by his chin with one finger, just for us to get the iconic arm break scene. That boy Vegeta charged Android 18. Just for him to leap over dog, put him square in the jaw. At his ass stumbling, he didn't know where he was. Just for little bro to turn around and golly, arm tweak. But to be honest, bro, I think his arm will be all, you know what? Never mind. Bitch flopped down like a damn soggy noodle. And this part is from
like
after
soggy
his arm
noodle.
got shot into bits, that boy Vegeta walked away from Android 18 a little bit, slowly got down to both knees,
and screamed.
Took that nigga a second for the pain to register. You know that hoe hurt. And you was talking all that mess to Android 18 the whole fight. Now you look extra dumb. So easy. I also
started
forgot
talking
to
that
mention,
shit and he got hit.
He can want anything else to do with Boma or his son. Bro was just a deadbeat. And I'm just over here wondering, damn, Boma, how'd you let this nigga nut in you, twin? Mind you, Boma saw a 30-year-old as Vegeta beating up 5-year-old Gohan and was like, you know what? He'll be a good father one day. And I said this time and time again, bro. For a smart nigga, Boma, you sure are dumb. And you did something up. You did become a decent father.
Damn.
You know, still ain't hugging his kid until he was 7, but I digress. But as much of a chance as there was for Vegeta to lighten up, become a decent dad, there was also even more of a chance for that nigga to just still be a deadbeat. Now I done turned the Vegeta slander video into a rapper before you tap at PSA. And you know what? I got a video just for y'all.
So you got shorty pregnant and she wants to keep it, but you don't.
Enjoy fatherhood, nigga. Why you not?
Damn.
You knew that this could happen. Felt good, didn't it?
With the leg up.
With the leg up. With the leg up. You know what else gonna feel amazing?
Your baby's first steps.
Damn.
Your baby's first steps.
Yo.
His back blown out by.
Damn.
Hold
on a moment. I will say though, I definitely respect those carpets on the floor or the Yu-Gi-Oh carpets. That's actually pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. But that's crazy. Oh, that's funny as shit. Damn, Cool 109 really said, for someone as smart as you, Bulma, you dumb as for letting someone like Vegeta in you for the way that he just was neglecting Trunks growing up. I mean, despite Vegeta found out later that future Trunks was actually his son. But god damn, yo. Yeah, and that fight between Vegeta versus Android 18, yeah. Vegeta most definitely was talking big shit, only for him to get f***ing hit as he f***ed around and found out, and his arm got put in some other f***ing position. God damn, yo, but I'm definitely enjoying this so far. Continuing on.
And I can handle this version of Vegeta for 3 episodes, bro. If I had to deal with bro for a year, yeah, nah, it's over for me. I'm gonna take myself out the game before that could even happen.
Damn.
But Trunks and Vegeta come out of the hyperbolic time chamber. They pull up on semi-perfect Cell. And if y'all thought I was slandering Vegeta before, this is where it really starts for this nigga.
Oh,
Vegeta
yeah, because he was the reason why semi-perfect Cell
and then Vegeta was like, you know what, Fightborn, go
perfect.
absorb Android 18. Nigga, what? Then we got this nasty, stinky, dirty narrative that somehow Perfect Cell is Krillin's fault. And yes, that nigga did have one job, and it was to blow up Android 18. But it wouldn't have mattered if Android 18 was alive or dead if Vegeta just killed Cell. And looking at the series with my future vision, not killing Android 18 gave that nigga Krillin a wife and kids. Not killing semi-perfect Cell got his son boomed.
Yeah.
Like Vegeta gotta have the same amount of brain cells as 5004, bro. Perfect Cell is doubly Vegeta's fault because Trunks went to go stop Cell from absorbing Android 18 and Vegeta started boxing his son. Trunks is a way better man than me because as soon as the words, hey, go absorb that Android came out of Vegeta's mouth, I would have started swinging on dude. You know what these niggas was doing to my timeline? You gonna play in my face like this? Yeah, catch a heat dome attack to your goddamn Widow's Peak. So once Cell absorbs Android 18 becomes Perfect Cell, and Vegeta gets ready to run the ones with bro, guess how bad this nigga does Vegeta.
This
Cell
ass
over
beating
here
was
dogging
something else.
Vegeta while Trunks is in the background watching, talking about the damn, yeah, nah, I can't help him. I gotta wait until Baba Booey, because he's gonna get mad at me when he realizes I'm stronger than him. I mean, holding this Baba Booey hand like he a damn baby, bro. Vegeta, you truly are buns. Vegeta had that final flash locked and loaded for Cell. He let that whole rip, and let me tell you something. That final flash has never been final. Because it did absolutely nothing to Cell. Cell was even trolling Vegeta.
Cell was definitely trolling the shit out of Vegeta.
It didn't beat anybody. He never used it again until the Broly movie. So Vegeta pulled out all reliable. Random key blast spam.
Key blast spam.
And look at Cell. Nigga had the punch wound up in the smoking fire. And he dropped the mess out of Vegeta. Vegeta got up just to kick right to the mouth, launched his ass up into the clouds, and then, oh, nah.
The meanest
of
elbows.
Real life definition of getting cracked, cause
damn!
Had little boy's body throwing up gang signs. That elbow was nothing but straight spine destruction.
Cracked. Damn!
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You broke?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
After that ass beating, we see Goku go on hop out the hyperbolic time chamber. Goku went to go see Cell straight real quick. He's like, you know what, guys? I don't think I can beat him. Piccolo like, all right, so why don't y'all hop back in the hyperbolic time chamber? We still got 9 days left. And Goku's like, yeah, nah, that's stupid, bro. Hyperbolic time chamber doesn't give you enough time to rest. Another year would just be torture. And that stupid ass nigga Vegeta thought he was allowed to talk. If Vegeta started talking, I was literally any of the Z fighters, I would have smacked that goofball in the back of the head. Like, you can't talk, bro. You're in time now. When he started yapping, Goku saying that his limits were the hyperbolic time chamber. And Goku kind of no-sold that and was like, yeah, nah, I don't need to hop back in the hyperbolic time chamber. But maybe the rest of y'all do. And Goku says verbatim out of his mouth,
I know when I'm being patronized, and I don't care for the suggestion that you're stronger than me.
Yeah, I wasn't really suggesting.
What?
Yep.
We go to the Cell games though. Goku goes first, loses, calls in Gohan. He starts getting his ass beat. Cell releases the Cell Juniors, and I can't even say
Goku was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna throw in the towel."
After Cell came back to life after exploding, and now he's super perfect Cell. He booms Trunks, and now that Trunks is on his deathbed, Vegeta decides to care for the first time in his life about his son. But then this nigga start to blame Goku. If Dick Riding wasn't a sport, Vegeta would be an all-time great. So Vegeta key blast at him, and then he starts random key blast spamming. Yeah, go on and
reliable.
And surprise, surprise, Vegeta random key blast spamming did not a damn thing to Cell. He popped up out that bitch and hit Vegeta with the nastiest backhand I've ever seen. And Gohan a better man than me, because I would have remembered what that nigga did to me when I was 5, and I would have just let bro get shot. And I don't like to cite Dragon Ball Z Abridged as a source. I just like to add a notion that during this fight in Abridged, Gohan was like, of all the times to care, you decided to care now at the worst time. Now Gohan got a broken arm looking after your goofy ass. Let a young nigga work. You didn't need to do a damn thing. Well, he did help in the end, you know what I'm saying? Shot Cell in the back, distracted him a little bit.
Yep.
But that was Vegeta in the Android/Cell Saga. This nigga went on a generational, all-timer, hilarious one. One win that really doesn't even get talked about. People talk about the nigga going Super Saiyan more than they really talk about beating Android 19. And then L after L after L after that in the funniest way imaginable, all because of this nigga hubris. Anyways, the moral of the story is don't be prideful like Vegeta. Man. But with that being said, if you like, comment, subscribe, do the good stuff. I'm gonna leave all my socials down in the description below, and I'm out of here. Bye.
Hold on, I do want to see what that said real quick. Let's see, he is the meet potential man. He's the prince of all Saiyans, second strongest to Goku. His son holds back to let his dad flex. Give me liberty, give me fire, give me Android 19, or I retire. 0 Final Flash KOs. 0 Gallic Gun KOs. 7 Dragon Balls collected for his revival. Stop meat riding Goku and better myself. Lose in the most embarrassing way possible. Check. Oh that's hilarious. Oh my god, yo. Oh yeah, I can see why Vegeta in the Android / Cell Saga was a comedy. Yeah, Vegeta was definitely doing a whole lot of just f***ing around, finding out, and trying to talk big shit, only to get f***ing hit. And the only successful win he got was against Android 19, and that's it. Other than that, it's been belt to ass. Oh, definitely great, amazing stuff to Cool Uno 9 for this one. That's funny as shit with the potential man. Oh my god. Yo, I really honestly feel like that when it comes to Vegeta's Final Flash, that shit's never actually, like, KO'd someone for real. Oh, if I'm wrong on that, y'all can let me know in the comment section below about that concept of the not-so-Final Flash. Oh, yo. I hope y'all, the audience as well, have enjoyed my reactions to this video from Cool Uno 9. And if y'all did, of course, please be sure to leave a like and leave a comment down below so we can get things lively and poppin' and interesting within the comment section, like what you found to be funniest, what references I might have missed within the schmicks of it all, or anything else. So again, we're getting things lively and poppin' and interesting within the comment section and all that good stuff. But either way, I'm going to switch back over to the regular webcam real quick for y'all folks. There we go, folks. Once again, I hope y'all, the audience, have enjoyed my reactions to this video from Cool Uno 9, and also, again as well, too, great amazing stuff to Cool Uno 9 for this video as well, too. But, either way, I am at the end point of this reaction video, and if y'all have gotten thus far, I do greatly appreciate that, as basically, I'm finna bounce. So there's that. And if y'all like this kind of content on my reaction channel, of course, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below, share my content around, as that does definitely help with the algorithm. And if y'all have not already yet, of course, please be sure to smack that subscribe button and the bell button so then y'all know when it is that I'm uploading new content onto my reaction channel. And the support is always very much so greatly appreciated, thus far and going forward. Y'all are amazingly awesome, folks. And as well, too, if you want to get some extra benefits while supporting me a little bit further, y'all can go about and check out my YouTube memberships by pressing that join button down below. And y'all can either, join the Shoutouts tier or the Early Access tier, whatever floats your boat on that notion. And if you want even more benefits compared to just being a YouTube member, y'all can also go about and check out my Patreon, in which the link to my Patreon is in the description below if you ought to check that out and all that good stuff. But either way, I'm at the end point here, so there's that. And I hope y'all, the audience, have a wonderful rest of your day. And until the next reaction video that I upload for y'all, peace out, folks.